Jodorowsky's Dune never got made. They never even filmed 5 minutes of it. But from the way certain people talk about it on the internet and from the way Jodorowsky acts himself, you would think it was the greatest science fiction movie in existence. But no, they never made it. Jodorowsky had a lot of wild ideas, but they weren't necessarily reflective of Frank Herbert's ideas that he put in Dune. It was like a whole different thing.
I was raping Frank Herbert, raping like this, but with love.
His words, not mine. I didn't say it. Anyway, although Jodorowsky didn't get to make Dune, he got to put all those ideas in the Metabarons and the Incal. These are the series that he took all those crazy ideas. He got together with Mobius for the Incal and, some other people for the Metabarons, and he put all those ideas that he would have put in his Dune and these two books. And today, we're going to be talking about the Incal. Now, I'm sure you might have heard this book has been heavily ripped off. People always point to The Fifth Element, but I just watched Star Wars Attack of the Clones, and yeah, Coruscant, that is such a ripoff of the Incal. There's even a scene in Star Wars Attack of the Clones where the Jedi guy, he's in the sci-fi city and he jumps out of his car and he falls just like that and lands in, another car. And it's just like that, So everybody talking about The Fifth Element ripped off the Incal. Freaking Star Wars, hello, like aesthetically, Attack of the Clones really ripped off the Incal hard. It's not anywhere near as interesting as this, but yeah. I just had to point that out, because no one ever says that, I feel like. Anyway, the Incal centers around the character, John the Fool, and yes, you heard that name right. This character kind of reminds me of Fry from Futurama, because he's got, red shirt, orange hair, and he's kind of like a loser, and he's just kind of running around and crazy stuff is happening to him. The art in this book is just Mobius at his absolute best. It is phenomenal to behold. It is beautiful to look upon. Now, Mobius, if you don't know, is one of the greatest comic book artists of all time. He has inspired so much of what we consider the sci-fi aesthetic of the modern era. So much of it came from Mobius's designs. His art is absolutely stunning, breathtaking, visually interesting. It's some of the best ever created by any human ever. And Jodorowsky's weird story adds to the art. Now, I don't mean weird in a deriding sense. I love weird things. And this, my God, is super weird. So it's about the Incal, which is the object. It is the most powerful, most valuable object in the universe. Everyone wants it. There's all of these interesting players like the Technopriest. There's a Metabaron run wild, and we'll learn more about the Metabaron when I review the Metabaron book. But there's the Metabaron who's been sent after this guy to reclaim the Incal, and there's Anima, the Rat Queen, and there's the Emperor S, who's male and female and exists in this big egg, and there's this guy that also looks like the Baron from Dune. Like, who the freak is that? This graphic novel is epic. It's psychedelic. It's unpredictable. You do not know where it's going, and it's just fun. It's just freaking fun. It's not for kids. Do not read this to your kids. There are some very adult things in this book, but it's also not explicit just for the sake of being explicit. There's meaning on every page, I feel like. And I've criticized Jodorowsky for his arrogance, but he is a very deep and thoughtful man, and he has ideas in his mind. I think Jodorowsky has some very interesting ideas about the nature of the subconscious, the human mind. Now, my favorite part of the Incal, for instance, is when the character finally begins to understand what exactly the Incal is. It forces you to confront all of the parts of yourself, even the negative parts of yourself. You see them and it makes you into a better version of who you are, essentially. So, this character looks into the Incal, he speaks to it, and he becomes split into these 4 essential forms, and they're all speaking to each other, fighting for dominance over John the Fool's identity. And it's about the internal struggle within the human mind. It's about the struggle against the multitude, the struggle against, dare I say, other memory. You have the character Aaliyah in Dune who becomes overwhelmed by the voices within. So the Incal is showing John the Fool this. He is split into his 4 essential forms, but he reawakens changed. He reawakens transformed. So anyway, if you haven't read the Incal and you've wondered what's the fuss all about, give it a try. It's legit. Jodorowsky, some of the hype for Jodorowsky is legitimate. And you know, this is why I've always said he shines when it comes to graphic novels. His graphic novel stories are unique and interesting. He's not copying anyone. He's not trying to be like anyone. He's really doing his thing. I know a lot of people like his films. For me, it's the graphic novels. So definitely pick up the Incal if you want to try it out, and let me know if you would like me to review the final Incal and also the prequel before the Incal. Here's another book of art by Moebius that I have called The World of Edena, which is the world that Moebius created and brought to life with his fantastic drawings. I cannot speak more highly of Moebius as a comic book artist, and I cannot say enough at how he helped, the universe for Jodorowsky's Incal come to life. He brought that universe into existence as far as I'm concerned. And although there were other artists that drew for Jodorowsky through the years after Moebius passed, I think that, Moebius created that world and he deserves almost as much credit as Jodorowsky himself. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you follow me on Twitter. I'm trying to get to 30,000 Twitter followers in 2021. I'm like halfway there now. A few more guys, we can do this. We can do this. Click the link in the description. Follow me on Twitter for all of the Twitter antics and to know what I'm up to all the time. Thanks guys for watching. Peace out.